We are going to go through some of the high frequency words from the story you're reading this week. So high frequency words are those words that you'll see often in different stories and different texts. And I've circled on the left side of the slides where in your consonant chart or the vowel valley, the first sound is made. So we're going to start first with the p. So the sound p is a stop along with everything in that first row, which means the airflow is going to blow out, but it just stops. And the word you have is pick. Go ahead and say pick. Now we're going to move over to the voiced partner. So if you say p, you are not using your voice box. It's unvoiced. But when you say b, you're going to feel your voice box turn on. The sound is made with your lips doing the same thing for p as b. It's the difference of your voice box. So go ahead and say the word back. Now say best. Moving over in your row of stops, you have your t. This word is told. Go ahead and say told. Now I put a heart here because told could be a tricky word. It looks like it would be a short O sound because it's a closed consonant, but the vowel sound is actually the long O, old. Okay, so that could be tricky. So you need to remind yourself that it's not a short O, but the long O in this word. Then we're going to move over to your g. So g is voice. You'll feel your voice box on, and it's made at the back of your throat. G. Say the word good. G, d. Okay. We're going to move down to your nasals. Nasals mean that the airflow is going through your nose. So you have to use your nose. When you have a cold, that's when it's hard to say some of these words that have nasals. And this word is many. Go ahead and say many. This has a heart by it because it can be tricky because it looks like it would be a short A, many. But we don't pronounce it that way. We actually make the vowel sound an eh, many, and that can be tricky. Now we're going to move down to fricatives where the air is blowing through your mouth and it gets stopped a little bit by your tongue or your teeth or your lips. So go ahead and say f. The word you have first is fall. Now this could be a heart sound again because it's a closed syllable word, so it looks like it'd be a short A, fall, but we don't pronounce it that way. We say ah for the vowel sound, so fall. Then you have the word find. Again, this is not the short I sound, even though it looks like it should be. Find is not how we pronounce it. We actually use the long I, so say find. And then you have another heart word, so another tricky word here. This is from. Go ahead and say from. And the trick part here is your vowel sound again. It is an sound, but we're going to use the letter O to say from. Okay, now we're going to move over to the S. This word is some. Go ahead and repeat it. Say some. And notice your vowel sound again, like from and some. They both have the sound, but we're going to spell it with an O. And then we have the word soon. Go ahead and say soon. Moving over to your H, say you're going to feel the air. Your throat's open in the back and you're blowing air from the back of your throat. Help. Say help. Okay, now we move down to the woo. So we have the word wants. Again, this is a closed syllable word, so it looks like it would be a short A, wants. We do not pronounce it that way. We pronounce it wants. And that's why you need the heart to remind you that the vowel sound is going to be different. Then say went. Now say when. Now notice the spelling change for your W. Now it's a WH. So originally people would say when. And in California especially, other places as well, we've kind of lost that beginning sound for the digraph of the WH and we really pronounce it the same. Went, when. And now you have where. This gets a heart as well because air is the ending sound and it sounds like you should have an A somewhere in there, but we do not spell the word where with an A. Now we move over to vowel valley And I've circled your schwa sound. So schwa is in a 2-syllable or more word. And it can either be the sound I, like a short I, or like a short U. So go ahead and say the word away. Notice the first sound is but we use the letter A. So that's your schwa, away. Now we have our long E sound, E. And we have lots of spellings for the long vowels. So over here you have the word eat, spelled with an EA. Go ahead and say eat. Moving down to your short A, say ah. And you have a 2-syllable word for you to read in your story this week. Say after. After. That's your short A at the beginning. Okay, and then this one, I put this one here with the sound aw. The word is also. Also. And so the sound of the L with the A makes it a little tricky to hear exactly what the vowel is. Some people will say, some teachers might say it sounds like the short O sound, aw. I feel like I don't open my mouth quite as wide. That's why I circled here the aw, also. But we say it so fast that, either way, you just want to make sure you're able to read the word also. Those are your high frequency words. So you want to be able to read these words in about 2 seconds. So feel free to go through this presentation again. And when a word pops up, see if you're able to read it right away.